Freddie, how are we?
Yeah, I'm all good, man. How are you?
I'm doing as good as I could be. So, Freddie, obviously, we've had that quick call earlier. You were walking me through it. You were telling me how you've been a Sparky for 5 years, not really enjoying it as much as you used to because you feel like there's more time being taken away from you after you finished your apprenticeship. So, do you mind walking me through that a bit more?
Yeah, yeah, definitely the more time has been taken away from me, bro. Like since my apprenticeship, I guess like I've become more important. Well, that's of course logical. I've become more important in my job and I'm needed a lot more because I
Mm,
can be trusted with a lot more. So I'm working more hours, and I'm pretty just run around the clock, to be honest with you, bro. It's really taking time away from home
hmm
and just free time.
hmm So you've kind of leveled up the ranks, you've done the apprenticeship, you became more important, picked up the hours, and now you feel like it's taken away time.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly that, bro.
Okay. And like, would you mind kind of walking me through that? Like, whenever you say it's taken away time, what specifically is it actually taken away time from?
Oh, like it's taken away time from, my wife, which is definitely a big no-no. You know, even though I've only recently sort of passed my apprenticeship, it's just she's already not seeming to like it, like having all this time away from me and stuff like that. And I'm constantly in like work mode.
Mm, mm. Right. So you've picked up all these hours, and now you feel like it's just kind of starting to take an impact on the relationship between you and your wife, right?
Yeah, already, which is pretty concerning.
Hmm. hmm And like Freddie, would you say that's kind of like the main thing that's sort of bothering you about this job, that you're not really getting the time to see your missus as much as you'd want? Or do you feel like there's kind of anything else going on within the job?
Oh, that's definitely like a big factor, but there is a couple other things like you know, it's super stressful now. And I thought I'd be on good money, but I'm not. And with the amount I'm working and needed and stressed, it's really not worth what I'm getting.
hmm So whenever you say that it's not worth the stress, like the money isn't worth the stress, what do you actually mean by the stress? Like walk me through it.
Like because I'm more important now. Like you said, like I leveled up. I'm needed on more jobs and I'm needed to like teach other apprentices, I guess. And I'm needed to do, more stuff on site because I'm actually fully qualified. Takes a long time to be qualified, and when you are, you can pretty much do anything
hmm
surrounding electrical. So yeah, it's just stressful how much I'm needed, and I have to do a lot of the shit big jobs. And like I said, like teach apprentices. It's just
mm
a lot going on.
mm. So I mean, Freddie, like if you're kind of saying, just to summarize this, that there's a lot going on, you're stressed out, you've so much responsibilities.
Mm.
With those responsibilities comes seeing your missus less, therefore taking an impact on your relationship. So I mean, if all these things are actually going on in this job as a Sparky, I mean, what's actually keeping us here?
Well, you know what? I've been asking myself that, to be honest with you, but you know, I'm in the middle of this big job at the moment, and I feel like I can't leave until I'm done. Like maybe I'll leave after to maybe find a better Sparky job or anything like that. But I'm really needed right now, and I guess I can't really say no in a way.
hmm
I guess that's just like an emotional thing. Like I can't really say no.
hmm Because I'm just a little bit confused right now. Like, you're telling me that you feel like you can't leave because you're doing this big job. I mean, is it like that you're tied down like physically, they're holding you down and you can't leave, or like just help me get a better understanding here.
No, yeah, I'm not being tied down, but like when I finished my apprenticeship, I got offered this big job and I was like super excited for it.
Hmm.
So I thought about like how much I would get and I would have like responsibility and I'd be respected. But then like now that I'm doing it, it's just not worth it and it's a full-on shit show. But I've already agreed to do it, so I have to
Hmm.
see it through now.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. That's kind of give me a better understanding. I mean, would
Mhm.
you say that it's like almost guilt that's holding you back from actually leaving?
Yeah, I do guess so, and I just feel like it's not morally right, the fact that I just would have to leave, like, you know what I mean? Because then
Hmm.
who else is gonna do the job?
Hmm.
They're gonna have to find someone quick, or they're not gonna make any money and they might fold. So I feel like it's a lot of guilt on me.
Hmm. Okay. So I guess for you then, Freddie, right? So you're telling me that you're feeling guilty and that you don't feel like it's morally right to leave right now, right?
Mhm.
What do you feel like is l more morally right, right? Staying in this job and finishing out the job that you're on right now, or actually improving your relationship with your missus?
Improving my relationship with my missus.
Mhm. Because I guess, Freddie, like, what makes you feel more guilty? Potentially leaving this job and stepping away from all your problems, or having to come home every day realizing that we could have spent more time with our missus tonight, but we couldn't because we were working.
I do get what you're saying, so you sort of saying, like, even though it's hard that, like, I have to sort of look out for myself. Is that what you're sort of saying?
Yeah. I mean, what I'm just kind of trying to get at, Freddie, is like, is it more important for you to work in this job for somebody else's dream or actually focus on yourself? I'm just a bit confused.
Focus on myself, yeah.
Mm, okay. Because you kind of told me, right, that essentially the guilt is holding you back from leaving this job and looking into potentially like another Sparky job, right?
Mm.
Because I think I remember you telling me, correct me if I'm wrong, that once this particular job is finished, you would be interested in potentially looking at other Sparky jobs. So I'm just trying to get a better understanding here again, Freddie. Like, would you say there are other jobs out there for you right now that you could potentially step into?
Yeah, there could be, but like sadly I still think it's gonna be the same like stress situation and like with the work hours. I feel like I've just thrown myself in this hole accidentally.
Hmm. Because I noticed there that you said that you feel like you've thrown yourself into this hole.
Mm.
So is it a case of that you're aware that you've actually put yourself into this situation then?
Yeah, but like I of course like did not mean to at all and I like expected a different outcome.
Hmm. Okay. And like just to be clear, what do you sort of mean by that?
Like of course like I wanted to become qualified and stuff like that, and be a spark. But then if I realized, if I truly like knew how stressful and just, the pay and stuff like that it would be, I wouldn't even bother. And the time
Hmm.
and the relationship now, I wouldn't do it.
Hmm. Absolutely. I mean, I understand that you would want a different outcome, right? And being in this position that we are in right now, what I'm trying to kind of get at here is, Freddie, though, who do you feel like led us to this outcome that we didn't want?
Oh, I know myself 100%.
Mhm. And why do you feel like that?
Well, like there's no one else to blame. It was me that picked it. It was me that said yes. No one had like a gun to my head.
Hmm.
But yeah, like I said, like I just didn't mean to. If I knew, I wouldn't have done it.
Hmm. Okay. So you're telling me that you do feel like you've kind of put yourself in this position then, the
Mm.
situation that we're in right now. So I guess for you then, Freddie, like, if we put ourselves in this position, who do you feel like can actually get us out of this position then?
Me.
Why you?
Well, like you said, like I've got myself in this position, so I'm the only person that can get myself out. I know that fully, and I am sort of willing to do so, I guess.
Hmm.
From what I know, but I hope that my expectation isn't failed again, like the electrician. Like I hope if I did get into this, that would be a much, like I can work from home and I can, make good money. That's what I'd hope.
Hmm. I mean, for sure. I mean, you're telling me that you want a different outcome to the one that you have right now.
Mm.
And like, just so we're kind of on the same page, I mean, if you feel like you're the only one that can get yourself out of this position, Freddie, I mean, who do you feel like is going to be able to achieve that outcome for us then?
Cool. Yeah, yeah, actually, yeah, myself. I just don't want to be led on into something different. Do you know what I mean? Like I thought I was sort of led into it as I'd get respect, more money, something like
Yeah.
that. So I sort of just don't want to be led into something like that again.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you don't want history to repeat itself, right?
Exactly.
Mhm. For sure. Also, Freddie, right? Like, you kind of touched on, obviously you feel like you're the one that can get yourself out of this position to a different outcome, right?
Mm.
But I guess, Freddie, how does it sort of sit with you that you've always had this power to
Mm.
get yourself out of this position? However, we ourselves have chosen not to.
I see what you mean. I mean, to be honest, bro, I wanted to do my research like into how to get out instead of just jumping. You know what I mean? So I thought I could maybe like do this on the side, learn a bit, and then when it gets to the stage where I feel comfortable leaving my job, I'm just gonna fully go into this. But I do, to answer your question, I do completely get what you mean. Like, it's terrible that I haven't done anything.
And like by terrible, what do you mean by terrible, Freddie?
Well, just the relationship's getting worse, and I feel like it's my fault because it is.
Mhm.
But I just felt a bit, I don't know, stuck.
Mhm. whenever you say stuck, do you mind helping me understand what do you exactly mean by stuck?
Well, I feel like emotionally stuck in this job, and I just felt stuck because I didn't know where to go and how it would get better.
Mm,
But then, like, I saw this content, and hopefully, this is my way out.
mm, awesome. I'm glad that you are sort of exploring those opportunities. You're taking that action to actually try to get yourself out.
Mhm.
Freddie, I'm just a bit concerned because you said there a few minutes ago how you feel like because we're in this situation, you said it was terrible and that you feel your relationship getting worse, right? So, do you mind, I mean, if you're comfortable, just sharing a bit more about that?
About how my relationship is going.
Yeah, like why do you feel like it's getting worse?
Like it all of she just she's not like we're not arguing or anything, but you can just tell that my missus is just sad.
Hmm.
Just a little bit that I'm maybe not speaking as much, or just constantly tired, or stressing out over something, or on the phone on my weekends about work, all that stuff.
Hmm. So it's like you aren't arguing directly, but you just feel like it's maybe not like it used to be.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. And like Freddie, how long do you feel like this has actually been the case? Like this situation that you're telling me about, when did you first start noticing it, considering you've been a Sparky for the last 5 years?
Mm. Well, I got into this apprenticeship role not long ago. Well, I say not long ago. Out of this apprenticeship role, probably about a year and a bit ago,
Hmm.
and yeah, it's sort of just stacked up over the time, and the job's not going to be complete till probably another 7 months.
Mm. So let me get this straight then. So a year and a bit ago, you first started noticing this after you sort of finished the apprenticeship, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay. And from that point up until now, you feel like it's got worse. Am I right in saying that?
yeah, definitely.
Okay. And like from when you first started noticing that up until now, then, Freddie, do you feel like it's only the relationship that's got worse, or what does worse actually look like for you?
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit just more quiet. The spark isn't there as much as it used to be, and it's just like she understands. She still loves me, of course, but like you can just tell that we are happy together, but we're not happy in the situation we are in.
Mm. So you feel like you're not happy in this situation that you're in then? And like Freddie, then, let's say we were to stay, as you kind of said, stuck mentally in this position for another year and a bit. What do you feel like that is going to look like then?
Probably worse. Probably like we'll be like strangers. I feel like.
Fuck. Like strangers?
Yeah, like we won't even feel like a married couple anymore. We'll just feel like someone that knows, or I just know them.
Fuck. I don't even know what to say, man. Like, I mean, what do you think that would be like if it was to end up like that?
Definitely heartbreaking, bro. Like it wouldn't even be funny. It would be definitely yeah, heartbreaking.
So, Freddie, like, is being in that position where you are gonna be feeling heartbroken, is that something that you're willing to sell for?
No, I guess not. Now that I never actually really thought of the future, but yeah, it's definitely not something I would settle for at all.
But I guess why not, man? Like, for all you know, it's not a guarantee that things are gonna get worse. Things might get better, no?
True, but I'd rather not chance it.
Hmm. So if you don't want to chance it, then you don't want to end up in that situation. I guess, what do you feel like actually needs to happen now, like today, then, so that we can avoid this situation happening a year down the line?
Oh yeah, like I said, like previously, like I know I got myself in this situation, and I know I'm the only one that can get myself out. So I think I just need to get myself out today,
Hmm.
or put one step forward.
Just a bit concerned there, Freddie. You said you think. You just don't sound very certain about, actually wanting to take a step in that direction.
Well, I know I do,
Mm. And I guess why do you know why are you actually so certain then that today is the day that you need to take that action?
because that future that you sort of put in my head is probably going to be a reality if I don't. And
Mm.
I already don't like my job as much as it is, so what could be worse?
Mm. So I guess for you then, Freddie, right? If you know what the future's gonna look like, you know that today is the day that you need to actually take that action in the right direction. I mean, walk me through it. What do you feel like taking that step actually has to look like for you?
Like what? Sorry, like well, I guess the first, what, like a goal of what I need to do to take that first step.
Like kind of in a sense, but more, you've been making these decisions up until now, which has got
Wow.
you to this position. So what do you feel like we actually need to change so that we
Go
can get ourselves out of this position?
go on a different path,
Mhm.
essentially.
Yeah, awesome. Beautiful. But like walk me through it, man. What do you feel like that path is actually gonna have to look like compared to the one that we have been taking?
Just make better decisions, bro, and just, you know, think differently.